Okay, guys, coming to the cloud computing service models. Okay, there are mainly three services are there in the cloud computing. That is infrastructure as a service. It means it will provide the hardware related components. Okay, platform as a service. PaaS, platform as a service means it will provide the complete thing that is used for a user to develop a program or project. Okay, it will use the all the things like software related things, hardware related things, and database related things. If you want to go for the cloud service, okay, that you don't have anything, just one system and browser internet connectivity, then you have to go for the platform as a service. It will provide the everything, like it will provide hardware component, processing component, storage component, database things. Okay, and the software related to that one also it will provide it. If you went for the platform as a service, only thing, if you went for the platform as a service, that then you can only concentrate on program writing, no need to bother about the all things, all the softwares, hardwares. Okay, coming to the software as a service, when we have to go for this software as a service is that, for suppose you have all the hardware components are there in your system, but you don't have the from particular softwares, like you want to purchase. At that time, if you went for the platform software as a service means only the softwares you can get it from the cloud provider. Just you can pay only for those softwares. Okay, on rental basis. Okay, these are the service models, guys. Okay, next, coming to the types of the cloud deployments. The types of the cloud deployments. Normally, deployment describes that the way the cloud platform is implemented and the way the cloud platform is hosted and how we will access that cloud. It will all describes this deployment model, guys. How the way the cloud platform is implemented, how it is hosted, how we are accessing it. It will all describes the cloud deployment, guys. Normally, guys, any cloud platform, the main thing related to the cloud computing is that virtualization. Without the virtualization, we cannot go for the cloud computing, guys. The main principle behind the cloud computing is that virtualization. Okay, right, guys. Coming to that deployments, there are mainly categorized into four things. That is, the first one is public cloud, second one is private cloud, third one is hybrid cloud, fourth one is community cloud, guys. Okay, let us go into the deeper discussion related to this, all the four components. Okay, let us go for the first one, that is public cloud. Normally, guys, for the public cloud, examples are the giants like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, GCP. Okay, all these will comes under this public cloud, guys. Okay, the giants, Amazon Web Services, like, okay. Next one is Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform. All these will comes under public clouds, guys. Okay. Normally, guys, these companies will provide the broad services infrastructure that is shared by all the customers. Means I can use that cloud. You can also use those clouds. Anyone can go for this one. Okay. This is a public cloud, guys. Okay. Anyone want to go for the particular cloud service from the Amazon Web Services? We can go for that one. Anyone, there is no restrictions related to that one. Okay, coming to the public cloud, the main advantage is that it will maintain the huge amount of storages and huge amount of the services. Okay, if 100 numbers or 1000 number crore people are, if it comes, then only they will provide, they can provide they, okay, they may are maintaining the huge services, guys, huge amount of services related to storage or any service. Okay, it will provide. Okay, right, that is the massive amounts of spaces are available in the public cloud related to storage, processing capabilities, networking things, anything. All these things are maintained in huge amounts. Okay, if we want to increase the any service one at any point of time, we can increase it. Okay, the mainly, guys, these public clouds, we will go for software development, guys. If you want to develop a software or application or program, then we can go for, normally we will go for these public clouds. Okay, right? Okay, public clouds means everyone can access it. Everyone. Okay, those we can use those services on pay as you go service means for suppose if you want to use it for the 10 days only, we can pay for the only 10 days only. For per day, for suppose 100 rupees, 100 into 10, only 1000 rupees you can pay. Okay, and one more advantage related to the cloud is that at any point of time you can increase the services, or at any point of time you can reduce the services also. Okay, one point of time, for suppose you want to increase the processing capabilities, and that just one mail to the cloud provider, that is enough. Okay, and at any point of time you can reduce it also. At any point of time you can reduce those services also, right guys? I told you guys, the public clouds, okay, easily adapted to any situation. Why? Because it is maintaining a huge amount of all the services, it's storage or processing or anything, right? And moreover that it's a pay as you go. Okay, how many days you can use, those many days only you have to pay it. Advantages. Okay. Uh, and one more thing, we can increase the resources at any point of time, or you can reduce the resources at any point. And dynamically, we can do that. Right? These are all the advantages related to this public cloud, guys. Okay, every coin will have head as well as tail. Likewise, this cloud computing also will have the some disadvantages, guys. Okay, right? Any guess from your side, guys? The disadvantages related to the cloud? Any guesses?
Security, sir.
Very good. Other than security, any issues? Whenever I ask a question, guys, you have to respond. Okay. Number 21, unmute yourself and ask, say your answer. Disadvantages related to the cloud. Okay. A disadvantage is that we are placing our application or our data in the cloud. That is a they can do anything with our data. Okay, that is a security issue related to the cloud computing. And the next one is that we have to, for before going to use this any cloud, guys, we have to make an agreement between the cloud provider and the user. Okay, cloud and user, we have to write an agreement. Okay, what are the services you will provide and how much I have to pay. Okay, that is the agreement, you have to sign it. Okay, cloud provider has to sign it, as well as the user also has to sign it for the agreement. That is also okay. The what are the things that is told by the cloud, we have to agree and we have to sign it. That is also disadvantage. Okay, right? Some at some point of time, that is a disadvantage, and that is also advantage for some point of time. For suppose at one point of time the cloud provider are unable to provide those services. Okay, at that time in that agreement we will write the sum of the points. Okay, if you are not able to provide those services, what are the things you have to do? Those things we have to write it down, guys. Those things we have to write it down. Okay, based on that one we will proceed. Okay, we will proceed according to the agreement. Okay, that is the advantage as well as advantage also. Okay guys, coming to private cloud. Private means it's personal thing. Okay, likewise coming to the private cloud. Okay, what is meant by this private cloud, guys? Within the organization. Okay, for suppose they each and every will company maintain their private cloud that is not visible from outside of the company or organization. For suppose if you take our organization, that is CRD College of Engineering. Okay, private cloud means only within the organization, only those employees or students, okay, or staff, they only can access that cloud. From outside of that one, we are unable to access that one. We are outside of that one, are unable to access that one. That is internal to that company, or internal to that organization, or internal to that some IT company. Okay, those things are cannot we cannot access from outside of that organization or IT company. Okay, right? That is the main thing. Okay, this data, the data inside this one, the private cloud, it cannot be shared outside of that organization. Okay, like any college other than that CRD Engineering College, Ramchandra, Reluru, okay, they cannot able to access the our private cloud data. Okay, they will provide authentications, username, passwords. Okay, by using that only they are able to access that private cloud. Okay, guys. Okay, here in this private cloud, guys, the managing or the installing, everything is done by internally. Everything is done by internally. Some persons in our organization like CRD, they are allocated to maintain that and manage to the private cloud. Okay, we are only accessing. Okay, right, within the organization only maintained and installed, and that services will be given from that people. We will access those one with help of username and password authentication technique. Okay, we call them as a cloud management platform, CMP. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, I told you guys this private cloud, the only authorized persons are able to access this private cloud. Okay, these for suppose these are interconnected with the help of intranet or by using a virtual private networks, VPNs, virtual private networks. All the systems, okay, in the private cloud are interconnected with the help of intranet. Intranet means within the organization, or with the help of virtual private network. All the systems are connected. Right, guys? I told you guys, anyone who want to access the private cloud, they will have the username and password. They will have the username and password. With those only they are able to access the cloud services. With those only they are able to access the cloud service. Okay, and moreover that, guys, this private cloud are secured with the help of firewalls. Okay, they will protect our data with the organization from outside, or if you want to access, this firewall will block those users. Right, guys? The private cloud, all those are connected with the help of internet or VPN. Okay, they will have the authentications, username and password accessing about the services. Okay, from outsiders, how you are blocking with the help of firewall. We are able to block those users from the outside. Okay, first one is public cloud is over. Next one is private cloud is over. Okay. Coming to this private cloud, examples related to this one are HP company enterprise. Okay, Hewlett and Packard enterprise. They will provide these private cloud related softwares and hardwares, guys. That is Helion Cloud Suite software. Okay, it will provide the software related things, and Helion Cloud System hardware. It will provide the hardware services for the private cloud. Okay, and managing things with the help of Helion managed private cloud. Okay, by using that one, we can go for the private cloud. These are the softwares used for creation of this private cloud. Okay, guys, this is the diagrammatical representation related to private cloud and public cloud, guys. Okay, this part is related to the private cloud only. For suppose here I have built a private cloud for a company A, means only the A company only are able to access this private cloud data. But coming to the public cloud, anyone can access. Multiple companies can are shared by the this public cloud. Okay, A company is accessing, B company is accessing, or E and D. Okay, different multiple companies are able to access this private cloud, guys. Okay. Now public cloud is over and private cloud is over. Okay. Okay. In public cloud, guys. 37. Mute yourself. Okay. In public cloud, guys, the resources, virtualized resources are shared. Okay, guys. Coming to public cloud, guys, that is shared by different companies. They can share the different resources. Coming to the private cloud, guys, that is only shared by the within the organization. Okay. Here in public cloud, multiple customers, okay, are there, but coming to that private cloud within the organization only, they are all able to access it. Only dedicated customers. Okay. The public cloud can be accessed with the help of internet, private cloud, internet, intranet, some private networks. With the help of this one, we are able to access that one. Okay. Here in public cloud, the information is not secure. Coming to the private one, the information is secure. Coming to the public one, the information is not secure, guys. Why? Because we are placing our content in the public clouds. But coming to the private clouds, the data will be there within your organization. Why? Because the cloud is private cloud is built within the organization. Only the persons inside that organization are only able to access that private cloud. Okay, guys. The next one is hybrid. Normally, hybrid means it's a combination. Likewise, here also the hybrid is combination of private cloud and one or more public cloud services. One or more public. It's a combination of both the things. Means some part is private, that is accessed only within the organization, and some part is public, that the data can be accessed by different users or organizational persons. Okay, guys. Here, the some part is managed and installed internally, and the some part is accessed by outside of the organization also. Means that can be private cloud can be accessed by any persons. It's a combination of the both the things. Private cloud, that is the secured information we will place in the private clouds. Okay, some part of the data is that is not at all secured one. That the data we will place it in the public clouds. So combination. Okay, the secured information we will place in the private clouds, unsecured one that is not at all important one that we will place in the public clouds, guys. It's a combination of things. Okay, this private cloud we are able to internally we have to maintain that and install that one. Public cloud that is accessible by outsiders also. On premises means that is like private, guys. Okay, cloud is normally this can be accessed by outsiders. That means it is a public cloud, guys.
Sir,
Amma. Next, why we have next why we have to go for this hybrid cloud, guys? Why we have to go for the hybrid cloud? For suppose each and every organization will have some sensitive information or critical information. Okay, and some other information is also there. Those the secure or critical or sensitive information we will place inside the private cloud, then that data cannot be accessed by outsiders. For example, if you take a IT company like TCS, they will have the some secured information like personal data, like the company organizational information and the company's employees data. That information they will place it inside the private cloud, guys. Okay, the information other than that one we will place it inside the public clouds. That data we can access from outsiders, everyone can access. But coming to that sensitive information like their employees and organizational information, that cannot be shared, they cannot access outsiders, guys. Okay, the last one is the community clouds. Till now we have discussed about public cloud. ఓకే, ఎవ్రీ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అని అందరూ కూడా యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. దట్ ఈస్ పబ్లిక్ క్లౌడ్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ private cloud, means within the organization only. Next one is hybrid cloud, means it's a combination of public and private clouds. The last one is community cloud, guys. Next one is community clouds. Okay, in community cloud, guys, the multiple tenants are able to access. Okay, several different for suppose the best example is I want to create a community cloud for the engineering college in Eluru. That is, how many engineering colleges are there? Four engineering colleges are there: CRD Engineering and Ramchandra, Eluru, and Halapuri. Okay, these four engineering colleges are maintaining a one cloud. That cloud is called as a community cloud, guys. Here multiple tenants are there. One tenant is our college, likewise Ramchandra and Eluru, and another tenants are Halapuri. Likewise, uh, they are having a similar needs. All these are engineering colleges will have the similar. They are educational institutions. Okay, these similar needed organizations group together and form a one cloud. That cloud we call them as a community cloud. Okay, here this community cloud, okay, only accessed by these are four organizations. Outside of these organizations, okay, there cannot, for example, Aditya Degree College is there, they are unable to access this data. Likewise, okay, that will have some protection mechanism also. Okay, here these organization, four organization only share the data among these all this one. Okay, right? And this one is maintained by third party or internally also. For suppose the CRD Engineering College has taken the privilege, they want to build internally inside the college, but this data is accessed by the within the organization as well as these remaining three engineering colleges also. Or we can place this cloud in a public cloud also. Okay, that is maintained by outsiders, that is third party providers. They will host that one. Okay, they will manage that cloud. Okay, internally hosting relation one within the organization. Okay, one organization will take the privilege and take a establishing that inside that organization. Okay, after that the organization CRD Engineering College as well as the remaining colleges also access that one. That is one mechanism. Another mechanism is giving to the third party cloud. They will maintain and they will install and they will manage them. Just these four organizations will access from the third party one. Okay, guys. Community cloud means with similar needed organization will group together and they will build one cloud that will be accessed within the these organizations only. Okay, guys, clear? Okay, example, guys. Here three organizations are there. One organization, second organization, third organization. They, okay, they internally they have built the cloud that we cloud we call them as a community cloud. Only these three organizations only they are able to access the community cloud. Outside of this organization, any fourth organization for suppose want to access this cloud, they are unable to access one. One point you have to remember is, guys, this organization, three organizations will have the similar needs. Like example, for our fourth engineering colleges, okay, they will have the similar needs, right, guys? Let us go for the next one. Okay, till now we have completed what we have completed, guys. cloud deployment models. Okay, the next one is cloud architecture, guys. Okay, cloud architecture. Coming to the cloud architecture, uh, the mainly it will have the two ends, that is front end and back end, and the communication medium between the front and back end. These are the parts related to the cloud architecture, guys. Okay, coming to the back end means that is here the users are there, cloud users. Okay, communication medium. Okay, third one is back end. Okay, guys, backend means that is related to the cloud platform side. Okay, front end means the who are using the cloud, like I'm myself, I am a user of the cloud. Okay, that is I'm at the front end side. Okay, the cloud related things will be in the back end side. The communication medium between these two is it is like a internet. Okay, it's internet. The communication medium between the front end and back end is that internet, guys. Okay, okay, let us discuss the each and everything, what is the front end, okay, and what is a back end related stuff, guys. Okay, coming to the back end, guys, its responsibilities are securing the data of a cloud users. Normally, okay, we are developing an application, okay, in the cloud. Normally the data will be in the cloud servers. Okay, they have to secure that one. Okay, the back-end users, that is cloud providers, they have to provide the security for the users data, and they have to maintain the traffic control mechanisms also. Okay, in addition to myself, the different users are using the cloud. Different users are using the cloud, they have to maintain the traffic issues also in the backend related to one is the security thing. The second one is the traffic control mechanism they have to maintain in the backend, guys. Backend means you have to remember that one thing, that is cloud side. Front end means that is related to the user side. Okay, the communication medium between them is the like internet. Okay, here I'm sitting. Okay, I'm utilizing a one cloud. Okay, for suppose I am using Amazon Web Services. Okay, the Amazon Web Services will be in the some different location, myself in the Yellow. Okay, here myself, that is front end. Back end means Amazon Web Services, guys. Okay, coming to the Amazon Web Services, what are the services they will provide? They will install that cloud, maintain that cloud. Okay, any updations, any patchwork, all the things. Okay, security provision, and the traffic control mechanisms, all the things are done at the back end, guys. Okay, the middleware means the communication medium between the cloud provider and the users, that will call them as a middleware, guys. Okay, here connection between the devices and communication with each other, this will comes under the middleware and the middle part. Okay, connection between the front and the back end, that we call them as a middleware, guys. Okay, normally we use middleware for internet facility. Internet, with the help of internet we are able to connect the front end and back end. Okay, let us go deeper discussion related to this cloud. Okay, the front end and the back end, have a glance on it. Let's proceed for the next slide. Okay, all of you guys write down this diagram. This is the cloud architecture. It consists of front end part and back end part. Okay, back end is related to the cloud side, guys. Front end means user side. Okay, who are using the cloud, that will comes under the front end. Back end means the cloud side. Okay, in the cloud side, the security mechanism is there, applications are there, and services providing by the cloud also there, the storage facilities and management. Okay, managing the cloud, all this will comes under the back end, that is the cloud side. Okay, this for suppose Amazon Web Services. Okay, they will provide all these things, that is security management, storage facilities, services, application, all these way. Okay, are at the cloud side, that is Amazon Web Services. Okay, here the users of the cloud, that will comes under the front side of infrastructure, front end. Okay, these users, those are in the front end. Okay, the cloud, that is in the back end, are interconnected with the help of internet, guys. Okay, write down this diagram, guys, one of you, and tell me after completion of this one.
Ramam sir.
Okay, super. Okay, guys, let us go deeper into the discussion related to what is front end and what is the back end, guys. Okay, normally, guys, when we have to go for this, who will use this one means the business application development, we will go for the cloud infrastructure. Okay, here normally, uh, here no need to go for the subscription based model. Cloud is not at all a subscription based model, guys. Okay, here what in cloud what we will do is only we have to pay for those days what we have used the services. Or suppose I have used the service server capabilities for 100 days. Okay, for each day 100 rupees cost. 100 into 100 days. That is 10,000 rupees. That amount only we have to pay. Okay, it is not at all a subscription based one. Okay, normally in subscription based means we will take for suppose we have taken the Starma something subscription. Okay, and the starting itself we have to pay for the 30 days. Like, but not in here, not in the cloud. Okay, for suppose we can use this cloud for the 15 days also. Okay, those many days only we have to pay for the amount. Okay, no need to pay extra amount. Okay, right, guys. Okay, okay, guys. Okay, here the front end means the cloud clients, guys. Coming to the cloud clients, it may be a thin or flat clients, tablets, or mobile devices, or computers. Anything that will comes under the client side, guys. That is users of the cloud architecture. Okay, users of the cloud access. For suppose I can use those cloud services from my desktop, or I can use my cloud services from the a laptop or a mobile device or tablet or any device. Okay, those will comes under the cloud clients, guys. Okay, here the middleware, that is connection between the users or the front end and the back end cloud with the help of web browser, guys. Should have the internet capabilities, and to access those services from the cloud we must have the web browser. Okay, with that help we are able to access the cloud services from the cloud. Okay, right. Okay, without the web browser we are unable to access or some application. Okay, that is third party application needed to access the services from the cloud. Web browser or any application that is related to the third party provider. Okay, with the help of that one we are able to access the services from the cloud, guys. Okay, we are able to access those services from the cloud. Okay, we call them as a interaction media. You can call them as a middleware. Okay, coming to the architecture, architecture is nothing but the components or sub-components related to the cloud computing, guys. Architecture is nothing but the what are the components and what are the sub-components. Okay, related to the cloud company, we call them as a cloud architecture, guys. Okay, coming to the cloud, okay, different components are the first one is the clients. Those will be in the front end. Okay, the next one is data center and distributed servers. These are the components related to the cloud, guys. These are the components related to the cloud. Okay, clients nothing but it will comes under with the mobile devices or laptop, desktop, thin or thick devices. All these are will comes under the client side, guys. All these will comes under the client side. Okay, data center means it will have the collection of different servers. Okay, form as a data center. Okay, coming to the distributed server means these servers will not at all at one location, guys. It will be in the different location. One server, one distributed servers in the Hyderabad means one distributed servers in the Chennai, guys. Okay, if any this is because to provide the security for the data, guys. Okay, distributed servers we use it for the providing a security for the data. For someone suppose what the location Chennai has been affected with some natural calamity, then automatically we are having the duplicate content in the Hyderabad. Okay, it will connect the application the connected to the Hyderabad server. The application will be up. There is no downtime here. Okay, every time the application will be up with the help of this distributed server. We are going to discuss these three things in the next class, that is client and data center and distributed servers. Okay, these are the components of the cloud computing. These are nothing but architecture of the cloud computing, guys. These three components we are going to discuss in the next class, guys. Okay, right? Any questions?